velvet voice of Jedi Johnson narrates the way, and the ever-steady Styx boy shall ride away your brain. Bad to the bone, Lucifer has picked up for days on days, and the great Stormtroopers Boba Fett's have bad writings to slay. We are all damage on damage. We are all damage on damage. We are all damage. The qualified, we are prepared.
And hello and welcome to a brand new Skeleton Crew edition of The Qualified. I'm Jedi Johnson 22, joined this week only by the architect, joesduelin. The great Dom Tober should be joining us later, as soon as he gets in from the train, as soon as his train arrives, or subway, or whatever it is, his mode of transportation. Brucifer is out this week. He may be taking a hiatus to work on other projects for a bit, so but he may or may not pop in. We'll see. And Styx is in Canada with Brucifer, meeting YouTubers and signing lucrative contracts that was going to make them all famous. Something like that. I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Drinking Labatt's and having a good time, I guess. Good stuff.
So hopefully Joe's electricity holds up, because he's
I had tornado
watch or warning, so it may just be me.
Yeah, there were actual tornado sightings when the alarm went out. So when the alarm went out, and it was about 10 miles to my south. So I got lucky. I think the worst is past, though.
Yeah,
I was worried about my electricity going out.
Joe's intro pick, I smile every time I see it. I've seen it several times, obviously, doing the show. I still smile every time
I try to lull you into a sense of, oh, I'm expecting it, and that's when I normally change it up and mix it up.
That's when you hit us with something new.
Hit you with something different. So, yeah. So the tank's 2/5 full today, but we still got everything for you. Still got all the goodies.
We've got a little bit of everything. Got a couple of new things. But one thing that we will, actually, let's see if I can get it to work. We will kick off with is What the F Friday. Not a lot going on this week. In fact, I almost didn't even do this, but then we were hit by some sad news that we'll get to. But after a couple of little tidbits, we did have some world records this week. This one's Daredevil flips on fire to break world record. A British Daredevil broke the world record. He performed 7 backflips in 30 seconds while on fire. Now that's a feat right there.
Well, why do I have a feeling the failed attempts are probably more entertaining than the successful?
You're probably right. You're probably right. I didn't watch the video. I just captured this and read a couple of sentences about it. But yeah, this is like not necessarily harkens back to the days of Evel Knievel, but this is some fire is fire, right? So it's exciting, and it can burn you.
Maybe Styx will go over Niagara Falls in a barrel, and we'll get some footage
maybe that's what the big secret is. Maybe that's it. I would hate to, that's the deal Styx is signing with Canadian YouTubers to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel.
Yeah, he's going to go over in a plastic TARDIS. He's going to go over the falls.
I would actually pay. That would make my YouTube fees worth it. What else we got? Australian woman completes 7,079 pull-ups in 24 hours to break a world record.
That's ridiculous.
I can't do one pull-up, so I'm going to give her props on this.
That's why I'm saying that is a ridiculous number of pull-ups.
Yeah. I'm one of the people that have probably in their lifetime have done maybe 10 pull-ups, maybe. It's just it never was in my wheelhouse to do pull-ups.
Back when I was a little more svelte, I could do a good number, but not nowadays. Gravity's dragging me down.
The Marines have to do pull-ups for their fitness test. Thank God the Navy didn't, or else I would have been a short-lived career for me if that had been the deal. And well, it wouldn't be a world record without David, the record breaker, whatever his last name is, I forgot
Rush.
already. Which is Rush, yeah. But this one, I didn't make a big deal about this one because he just did this one a couple of months ago, where him and his buddy break a record for passing a basketball behind their back. I guess they've done it again. So I don't know if he's just going to keep breaking the same records over and over. It's going to get a little stale, Mr. Rush. And
he has a job now. He has to cut corners.
Well, he needs to light that basketball on fire. That's what he needs to do.
There you go. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, that would hold my attention, and then we might actually invite him on the show if he gets something like that. Sadly, we learned a few hours before the show, as most people may have seen already, Loretta Swit passed away earlier today.
For all those over 50 in our watching audience.
Yeah. I mean, she was Hot Lips Major Houlihan on MASH, one of my all-time favorite shows. One of only maybe 3 of the main actors that did the entire run of MASH. I think it was Alan Alda, whoever played Max Klinger, and her, I believe, were the only main ones that did the entire run, I think. But yeah, sadly, she died at 87. So I guess my question here is, and she will be missed. Obviously, being being MASH is iconic. Like I said, probably my favorite show ever. Yeah. Although I've seen it so much, it's hard to really, maybe get super excited about watching it anymore. But me and my son just finished watching all of the seasons a couple of months ago. Where do you? I mean, she was a hottie, right? I'm not saying she was top 5. She was top 10, maybe, right? For back in the 80s, 70s, 80s.
She wore those tank tops, and those torpedoes were out during MASH.
She was probably, she was never like my absolute number one, like Heather Thomas or Heather Locklear or Erin Gray or a lot of the, but I don't know. I would say she was top 10. She was.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of eye candy in MASH either.
Yeah.
But there was a sexiness. There was a raw sexiness to her that.
I always felt that she, her character got better as MASH went along, because early on in the series, I always felt like she was way too smart to be falling for Frank Burns bullshit. I never understood that. And it kind of bothered me. I'm like, how is this successful career Army officer dumb enough to fall for Frank Burns' bullshit? So I don't know. But I also remember her on Battle of the Network Stars. She was on there a lot, right? So I really can't think about anything else she was in, because MASH is just kind of it. When I think of Loretta Swit, it's just MASH, and
I always mix her in my head. Sometimes I mix her up with a woman that played the teacher in Back to School.
I can't think of her name either.
But that wasn't Loretta Swit.
She wasn't a blonde though, right?
Yeah, she was.
She was a blonde. Okay,
yeah.
Maybe I need to look at that. But obviously, she was 87. She probably hasn't done any projects in a long time.
No.
But like Joe said, if you're over 50, your heart kind of cries a little bit.
It makes you feel really old when you're like, oh, she was 87. You're like, oh shit, damn, I feel old.
Yeah, but
it'll get you.
And that's it. Really, it was a slow week for What the F.
We got the chitter chatter tonight.
We'll see who's in the chat with us. Tommy Longbox, howdy.
He's on a streak, baby. He's on a streak.
He's coming in first, so you cannot deny that he came in first. But moving up the boards, because they hadn't even been in the top 3 in a while. We've got GT Comic. And I always leave out the key. GT Comic coming in second, third, and fourth with waves and thumbs up. Nerdy Geek saying happy Friday to Bruce. I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that whenever he watches the show. If he watches the show. I don't know if he's watching the show or not. We have Terry Floyd. Hey, all. Hey, all. What's going on, Terry?
What's up there?
Oh, and GT's like, I'm not done yet.
Hold my beer.
Power Lift is a dumb name.
It's bad.
Hello, Mama Bear. What's going on, Mama? Had another fun time with Miss Mama Bear on Tuesday, watching us. I don't know, a little better Doctor Who than we've had in weeks past, but still
Doctor Who.
Still Doctor Who. Ed, Joe's intro pick. Yeah, you're right. It is. Kevin Davis, Marvel Studios, skipping Comic-Con is a good decision.
I guess maybe. I don't know.
Are they skipping San Diego? Is that what's going on?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I like cons because I like to go dig for comics. I really don't care about all the other bullshit. I like to see artists and writers in Artist Alley, and stuff like that. But I could give two shits less about actors.
I'm not much of a comic digger, but I do like going down Artist Alley and looking at the walls and the stuff that they've got up on the walls.
It's fun chatting. I mean, especially like when we go to Baltimore. There's so many artists there. I mean, Art Adams was just sitting at his booth. Like there were times
and
there's just nobody there.
They just hunger for some attention too, don't they? I mean, they're really most of the times they're really happy
else
to
are
talk
they doing?
to you.
Yeah, they're happy to talk to you. So
people rooting. I got a bug flying around me. People rooting for James Gunn's Superman going to have to make money at the box office. I saw, and it's probably not new, but it's new to me because I don't have my ear to the ground like Bruce and some of the others do is when it comes to this what's coming out of in theaters and what's in the making and who's writing what. I did see, I guess, a trailer when I went to see Mission Impossible. I saw the trailer for Superman. My son is very excited to see it. I'm actually a little worried about it. It just did not seem thrilling to me.
I mean, my problem is
the acting. Superman's acting did not seem.
The problem is it's Superman.
Either.
It's like you can't make it. Superman's not a dark character. It's a bright, hopeful type character. It seems like I still find it an odd jumping off point for them. I know he's Superman. Superman is, one of the pillars of DC, but I don't know. I'm sure it'll do fine, but I don't know. It's
can't do one.
I hope it does well. I hope it does well. I don't wish James Gunn or the DCU ill because there's other DCU projects I want completed that are in the queue, so I don't want this to fail.
Yeah, I want it to be good. I mean, I'm going to go see it, so I want it to be good. Tyson, happy National Creativity Day. You know what today is?
Toilet? Did he fall off the toilet?
My camera always blocks. I cannot ever get a good look. Happy birthday.
Was that for Matt's birthday last week?
I think I must be for Matt's birthday. Yeah, Matt turned.
That's fantastic.
Fell
off the shitter. Fell off the shitter. The legs were numb when he stood up because he sat there for too long.
He's a youngin'. I gotta fix my camera. All right.
Happens to us.
Let's see. Carrie, you've done I've done plenty of push-ups.
No, I could do push-ups till the cows come home. Pull-ups. Yeah. That's just too much weight I'm pulling on anymore.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Loretta. It's sad. It's sad that we don't, we think about her now and we're going to miss her now, but it's not like, if she hadn't passed, maybe we wouldn't be talking about her, but it's. I
haven't even thought about her for quite a long time.
Certainly an icon. I put her in the top 10, eye candies from the.
At least female icons of the late 70s, early 80s.
This isn't the middle pick, Sally Kellerman. Oh, I don't know.
No, it was Swit. It was Swit.
If I did, sorry.
It's hard. It was hard to find a swimsuit picture. Let me tell you.
Oh no! Oh, your swimsuit picture. Okay, no, I thought I was talking. Yeah, so I chose Joe Joe does his research.
Yeah.
Joe's level of
Alan Alda's still
research is
kicking
better
on.
than any of ours. Whatever bar that is clearing. It's better than the rest of us.
We set the lowest part of the bar at Styx.
Yeah,
And
Styx
then
is,
everyone can just walk over that bar because that's how low that bar is.
sad day for the Mash family, another icon character from the show. Yeah, there's I know Alan Alda's still around.
Alda's still kicking.
Yeah. There's a lot of them, I think, still around. I think Honeycutt, I can't remember their names. Honeycutt is still around.
Is Jimmy Farr still alive? Representing my peoples?
I think so. I don't know. Yeah, Maxwell, he's always my favorite one. Max was always one of my favorite characters. He was. But yeah, what a roller coaster that show was. I don't want to get into Max too much. Okay. Rest in peace. All right, who else? I'm gonna make sure I don't leave any Buffy. Tim the Buffy guy. Notice that too, Terry. She was Hot Lips in the movie. Yeah, she was also in the movie. Yep.
Hello, Kilted Corgi. Welcome.
Heather Locklear was Tyson's #1 from TJ Hooker.
That's
well,
fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Heather Thomas.
Heather Thomas was just such a winner in Fall Guy though.
Yeah.
She was.
Even the other girl in Fall Guy was hot. The bondsman, the bail bondsman.
They knew how to add a female character into those series in the 80s.
Going on Cosmic. Second favorite show of the week. Yeah. What's going on?
I'll even take Dee Dee and Hunter.
We used to be Bruce's favorite show of the week, but now on Renovision, now we're his second favorite show of the week. Because he goes...
Yeah.
All right. I won't beat up first. Let's see. R.I.P. to SNS after last week's debacle.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what? I have to say,
you let Styx helm the show.
What did you expect when you let Styx? When you give him the steering wheel.
Yeah, you know what to expect. You know.
Yeah. Tuesday was what happened Tuesday? Oh, okay, yes, Terry. Tuesday was fun. Terry looks forward to Tuesdays like he's probably the only person who looks forward to Tuesday. No, Terry keeps it fun. Terry, I think, knows more about Doctor Who than Styx does. I don't know. We have to. Kilted Corgi. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one with the waving with the headphones on. Let's see. Let me go through them.
Yeah, reshoots are always questionable.
3 Rivers.
Hey,
Andor was fantastic and made Road One even better.
You hadn't the con on the 7th, 3 Rivers.
I saw some guy on YouTube spinning, making a point because content and whatnot, saying that I guess he had a point, saying that Andor and Rogue One diminishes the episode 4, whereas here you have this farm boy and this fly boy who just kind of stumble upon this rebellion and blow up the big weapon and get all these accolades and medals, and nobody remembers what all it took to get that rebellion started and going. So fair point, but episode 4 was still really good.
Terry, if that is Sally Kellerman, I apologize. I was on a Loretta Swit site, and that was logged into those pictures, and my poor eyes did not zoom in.
And we were rushing to try and get something together for there too. So
either way, I got a woman in a bikini in the picture.
Yeah.
So
who else we got? But yeah, fair point on the Andor making. But I think they had to make episode 4 the way they did, or else you might not have had an episode 5.
Also a fair statement, James. I'm not even sure if it's your favorite show of the day.
All right, make sure. Okay, D. Yo, what's going on? D's. No, I'm not gonna say it. All right. And I think we said a hello to everybody, and we're very good in the chat. Chat was lively. Joe and I were a little worried if we were going to be able to pull this out by ourselves because we don't have the talent here. with us, but
Yeah.
I think we're talented enough.
We don't have Dom to yell about something random for 10 minutes while we do administrative stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah, but we will. Dom will be here. He is too much
He'll
of
show
a
up.
YouTube slut not to be here.
What I miss, guys? What I miss? He'll be in. All right, let's get into this OLI because it lets me do All right, so the outside looking in, the books that just couldn't make it up to the Hot 10 are left over for sloppy seconds for our show after Pete's Hot 10. So we're going to look at these 5 that Pete gave us and see what's in there. Up first, this new giant size X-Men they're throwing out there. Pete seems to feel that the Marvel spoiler colors have done well with first appearances lately. So, they're going to do their going to go back in time and Marty McFly some things off and change some things up. And we'll see where it goes. Marvel just doesn't flip my boat anymore.
Yeah, I mean, from what I read, from what Pete was telling us, for the reasons why he put this in OLI. So there's a first appearance in here, so it's purely like speculative that maybe something will kick off down the road and make this book hot. So people are just wanting to have it in their collection just in case, I guess.
A first appearance in an X-Men book?
What? That's almost like
that's like a Star Wars first appearance.
That's like Star Wars. I don't know. I think I'd put more faith in a first appearance in X-Men than I would in Star Wars, though.
Yeah, you never know where some of these will pop up. So it's doing all right, but not enough to make it to the big list. Next up, Ultimate Spider-Man 8. You got the first Ultimate Sinister 6 and Felicia Hardy. So people are going to be picking that up. You have 8 sold, average 25, high of 40. I mean, people like the spec on the first appearances of these Ultimate characters. So I get it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's inside the book. It's not the Miss Marvel mashup, Marty McFly. But people like those buried first appearances. They think they're going to do something, so we'll pick it up. Same with this. Like I said, I have fallen off completely off of Marvel's Ultimate stuff. I'm more of a DC Absolute person. I just really enjoyed those stories a lot better. But again, you get your first Felicia. We'll see how that pans out.
Stay tuned, Tyson.
Yeah,
we got something for you.
I mean, we're doing Kickstarters tonight, so there'll be some sauciness.
Last time Joe did Kickstarters, it was nasty.
Yeah, it's a little more toned down this time, just because of what's up there. There's just there's a good bit of things up there, but not as much as normal. But I like to do those Kickstarter things quarterly, so you kind of know what's out there and what's coming. So yeah, your Ultimate Spider-Man. If you want to do some Ultimate villain spec on that Sinister Six first appearance or Felicia, and see where that character goes. If she Black Cats it out. We'll see. Next up, you had Fan 4 Annual number 6, about a dozen sold, high $157. CGC 94 went for $3,095. I wish I could even tell you why this was on the list, because I got this late today and I can't remember for the life of me what's in Fantastic Four Annual 6, whether this is Fantastic Four trailer spec, whether this is Vision spec, whether this is some other spec. So somebody in the chat will tell me why Fantastic Four Annual 6 is popping.
About a dozen sold raw high of 157, a 9.4 sold for $3,000.
Yeah, I mean that's not horrible or unusual. It's decent. First Franklin Richards. There we go. So we're getting, I believe we're getting baby Franklin, aren't we, in Fantastic Four in the movie? So hey, everyone likes Franklin. He's people like overpowered characters. So yeah, maybe Franklin will have a little bit of a future. Next up, you got your Uncanny X-Force number 1, your first Deadpool on X-Force. There's some good covers on this series, just in general. So, hey, Deadpool spec is always fun, and it's a good team up. Like I said, there's great covers on this. There's some good exclusives I think that were on this as well. So, you can these are books you can still dig for. And last up on the list, we got Iron Man 53, which is your first Friday. We got some Vision news with casting for the Vision series. Carrie Condon is going to be doing, I guess, the voice of Friday. If you don't know who she is, that is who she is. Friday is the Irish female voice, the counterpoint of what Jarvis was. So
can you put that picture back up?
Yeah.
Is that the girl from Mission Impossible or?
No, that's not Rebecca. That's not Rebecca Ferguson.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, she's going to be voicing Friday. So we're going to be getting that in Vision Quest, not the Matthew Modine Vision Quest, but the MCU Vision Quest. So and that's what we got this week for Pete's big 5 books there for the OLI. So go out, dig them up.
Pretty quick, without the back and forth of two opposing forces.
Yeah. Of random arguing from Bruce and Dom about seeing somebody on the street and being angry, or
yeah. New York stuff, NYC stuff.
All right. So for the now and later this week,
are we doing?
Let's do pickups.
We do pickups.
Yeah, let's do some pickups because I did get some things. I got some stuff. Some stuff. Yeah. So let's see. I got a little Steve Mannion remarked. Look at me. I'm getting remarked books.
Look at you. You're gonna be getting OA before you know it. You're gonna be buying
and there's a little remarked signature on there, and he signed it at the bottom.
Where did you get that? Did you get that off?
I got that from Steve Mannion himself.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I also got. Look at me. I'm Jediing one off now. I got some posters, signed posters. Little Fearless Dawn, signed. The other two that I got are actually framed already, so I can't show those. So I just have a little overlay. Got that guy right there, and a little Helga right there. So yeah, there was
in the gallery.
There was a nice little IG. There was a little IG claim sale. Steve Mannion was on with Cinema Chan, and he had the OA was way too pricey for my blood.
Is this on Cinema Chan Whatnot on one of his Whatnot streams?
No,
he
did it.
IG.
IG. Yeah, he did it on IG. Yeah, the OA was a little too rich for my blood. For a lot of it, it was like $800-900 for some of it, and I'm like, I love Steve Mannion a lot. I really like the OA, but I was like, I'll get some signed posters and a remarked book, and that made me happy. Also got a little Joe Picar. Thanks, James, if you're still in the chat. Thank you, James, for pointing this out, that it was just sitting up there with no bids on it. So I was happy to grab that. I got a little Kickstarter action, little Countless Little Deaths, little Fala M. Thank you, Tyson. And we got is this Travacus? Or no, this is the OM. This is the OM cover.
Oh, it's the OM?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then the Arminicopian cover. Sorry, I can't show you the other one because it is way too spicy, and I'd have to cover way too much. Also picked up some Ashley Wood Zombies vs. Robots Classics. Picked up that series. I love Ashley Wood stuff, and anytime I can pick up cheap Ashley Wood covers, I am going to do it because they're great. I picked up, because I have a subscription to it, Delirium magazine. All you fans of giallo and Italian horror and slasher flicks, great magazine, fantastic Suspiria cover on this. So I was happy to get that come in. And last but not least, something that's been on my list for quite a long time, a little Milo Manara butterscotch. Big fan of Milo Manara. Big fan of butterscotch in these covers. And
is that your edit? Is that your?
That's my edit down there at the bottom.
Your,
yeah. Butterscotch is not easy to come by. It is not an easy title to find. So I found one, pulled the trigger. So that's what I got.
Well, for me, we'll go. Of course, it wouldn't be a Jedi pickup without some Vampy, and then I actually have a little bit of Star Wars stuff. So I did also this one because it is the better of the two covers. There's also a red one, but this is the better. The burns on the chopper, which again, I think.
And I like Burns. I got a little tired of Burns, but I like this. It's a little bit different in terms of
I like it better than the Chat Zudas personally, as far as motorcycle stuff goes. Zerdy,
you never know,
showing Vampy's behind.
Yeah,
we got the set, the blood. I guess this would be the bloody set. I guess the blood. This is a 616. All right, pull these stickers off. All right, this is I think this is Jake T. I think, could be wrong. The May the 4th.
I never know half the Power Hour cover artists sometimes, because I mean that's kind of the beauty of cheesecake stuff too, is that you get a lot of artists that you just don't see anywhere else, or newer artists that pop in, they give them a shot.
Miraglio. Ahsoka, and then there's also some naughty. I only got the bikini ones about as naughty as I got on this one. They're the topless and a full nude, but I didn't pick those up. Shikari, Vader cosplay. Shikari,
nice, properly covered nipples.
Yep.
Sorry, Shikari.
And then
one of these days, Shikari. One of these days, you'll get it right.
Then we have Courtney Rose. All these are Power Hour May the 4th covers. And I'll save that for last because it's the best. Then I got the. I haven't done any Mayhew in a while, so I got a Mayhew. This is, and then I got his Inferno signature because I don't know, I kind of like those. That's cool. And it wasn't too expensive either. So, and then I got a Tristan Thompson complete full color sketch on a Star Wars annual. He was they were doing a Whatnot stream and they were doing sketches. So I kind of made I decided to have a little fun because they were like, oh, we have all these sketch covers. Just tell us what you want to do. So I decided one of the hosts on there, Sam, that I decided to play Stump the Chump with him. So I said, do you have a Star Wars blank? Thinking that they wouldn't. And I said, if you have a Star Wars blank, I'll buy one. And of course they did. And I wanted Leia, Slave Leia. And then he's like, do you want us to draw feet on her? And I'm like, because I wanted a full Leia.
Yes.
And I said,
the answer is
well,
yes.
First of all, I was like, well, I said, can you draw feet? And he showed me how he draws feet. And I'm like, okay, those are some nice piggies. We'll go ahead and draw the feet. And so this is a full color sketch. And I asked him to do background too. So, but yeah, that's
nice. Proper
full color sketch of Leia.
Not quite Scott Blair quality of feet, but good.
Yeah. The toes are her feet are a little. I don't know.
They're a little. That on that online scale, that's probably not going to get a 5.
No. I don't know. We don't know. We don't exactly know how they judge on that.
Yeah. Their scale is a little over generous at times.
Yeah, so that'll go in my Leia collection, and that's all I got this week.
I like that idea, Cosmic. Getting us some trucker hats.
I'd have to get a super large one for me because I like that idea too, though. 'Cause I got a huge head. I wear a size 8 baseball cap.
I will warn you, if we do get trucker hats, there will be some type of vulgar statement on it, on the cap. Because that's the way we roll.
All right. Now I think we do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm waiting on. There we go. I'm waiting on one order that I was hoping it was going to be in this week, but you'll have to wait till next week for it. I got a lot of stuff from the late 1930s, early 1940s coming in, so I'm very excited about that. All right, for now, later this week, I would be remiss not to put the Sveta covers on, just because they're my favorite covers this week. I know a lot of people are talking about them. They're doing very well. Not a ton of them moving on the secondary market, but the prices are pretty up there. What I think one of the Svetas sold for around 200 on the Detective Kaiju one. I think the Pin Apocalypse one is doing about 150. So not bad for 1 in 25s. I'm still waiting for Golden Apple to let me know that mine are being shipped. I only ordered them pre-ordered them in February. I would think that when they have them in hand, they can send them out. Please send them. Also up on the list, the Universal Monster stuff has been hit or miss for me in terms of storylines, but they have had some banger covers, and I do like the 175 Joel Jones. It's a beautiful cover. I'm hoping mine come in soon.
It's going to be a thing, Mama Bear.
Yeah. We had shirts. Pete had shirts up at one point, but they just had the qualified logo on it. We need something with a little pop, zing. So coming up in the future, Catacomb of Torment is yet another one of the EC imprints from Oni. Oni kind of rebooted the EC title, and they kind of do a run for what is it, like 5 or 6 issues of something, and then they kind of change up the title and things.
Joe, when I did that course change last week with my prison pen pals, I didn't think we would other segments.
But I love the cover. It's a great cover. It's disturbing, and that's what you want out of a horror book. You want to be captured right away and be like, oh shit, that grabs my attention, and that grabbed my attention. I've also really been loving all of the previews I've seen for the Gehenna Naked Aggression series coming out. And number 3 has a nice 1 in 10 John McCrae variant. McCrae's done a ton of shit, but he's not a name you hear about very often. But that's a cool cover for a 1 in 10. Why not? And I like photo variant covers. And this one I think is just a fun book to pick up. I think if the Toxic Avenger ever makes it to screen or stream, with Dinklage being the Toxic Avenger, it's probably going to instantly have some type of cult cachet to it. And I can see this book being something that people look for if the movie carries that kind of cult quality with it over time, that people would want this cover. And it's a Hoy, which a lot of shops don't order, and it's the C cover on a Toxic Avenger book. So, hey, it's disturbing as shit. I want to get it. I definitely want to get it. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hopefully it makes its way to either big screen or small screen, because I'm looking forward.
I'm happy with just small screen. I mean, they put Terrifier in the theater. Why can't you put Toxic Avenger in the theater?
Well, we've seen the trailer, right? Already. That wasn't no fan fiction shit. That was the real trailer, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So.
Hell, I didn't see anything in that. I didn't see anything in that trailer as far as gore that we didn't see in the Deadpool movie. To be honest with you.
It does look like the old lady from Kung Fu Hustle. Great movie, by the way. I highly suggest watching Kung Fu Hustle. It's hilarious movie. And on my tops and tails, coming out. This was a Kickstarter, but the Stepan Sejic Roseblood Manor cover is just nice. It focuses far more on the tops this week than the tails, but it's good solid tops. It's a nice cover. So that's what we got there for tops and tails this week. And I believe I might have to fast forward through a few slides here. I will do that as we queue up, because I believe it is your time to shine, Jedi.
Oh, good.
And we're not going to have Dom to complain about the song.
It's not going to be as fun without hearing Dom
so there
complain.
we go.
It's time for the That's Not a Comic, That's Not a Comic, Salia Comic, Salia. It's time for the That's Not a Comic, That's Not a Comic, Salia Comic, Salia Comic. Oh, cool. Sale of the week.
Yes, this week we're going to focus on Smokey and the Bandit, particularly like toy cars, obviously. Why Smokey and the Bandit? Well, I really have no reason other than
That's my fault.
You, Joe.
It's my fault. I dropped the ball early in the week. I couldn't decide what to do for a segment this week. I wanted to do like hot rod car segment, and I was like, well, the Western segment kind of fell flat on its face, so I should probably do something else. And I was like, well, maybe I'll do Alex Toff. And then I was like, I looked at his website, his estate's website, and they seem very litigious. So I was like, well, let's do Kickstarter instead.
Well, before you even told me that, I was already thinking about doing it. In fact, I might have already done that. My buddies from high school, we have a chat group, and for whatever reason, I guess maybe over the last weekend, we were talking about Smokey and the Bandit for some reason. So I was like, hey, let's just
no reason not to talk about it. It's a great fucking movie.
Well, and that plus for again, forces come together and make something fruition, make something happen. I had seen a video on YouTube, like some catchy thing, like 10 things you didn't know about, and they do a series of these things.
And it's some 20-year-old telling you things that you've known for 40 years.
Yeah, well, I don't get to see it, some voiceover, but they were like, I'm Smoking the Bandit, and so I watched it, and a lot of it I knew. Some of it I didn't. Like they said that Pontiac donated 4 of the Trans Ams for the production. Beat the shit these things because they actually did stunts, the right way, the real way back then. Towards the end, they said that the cars were literally held together with duct tape and super glue there towards the end of production because they just beat the shit out of these cars. They also said Jackie Gleason ad-libbed just about all his lines.
I'm not surprised.
That does not surprise me at all. Not at all. What's going on? Bradazzle? Whoops, sorry. What's going on? So cars. And they didn't think Sally Field was going to be wasn't sexy enough for the movie, which I have to, you go back and look at Sally Fields from Smokey and the Bandit. She was super girl next door sexy. If you go back and watch it. Oh, Dom's here.
There we go.
Dom is here. Whoops. We double clicked.
What's going on?
What's up, big guy?
What's going on, Dom? You're just in time for the That's Not a Comic Smokey and the Bandit edition.
Oh, nice.
We were just talking about some rare known facts of Smokey and the Bandit. We were just talking about they did not think Sally Field was going to be appealing enough for Smokey and the Bandit. They were kind of leaning towards not to name any names because they didn't, but probably something more of a Lonnie Anderson or some type like that. And it was Burt Reynolds that said no. Sally Fields is
Sally Field was cute.
Burt Reynolds had tremendous pull back in the day.
Oh, he did.
Probably don't understand that. But.
He did.
Cock of the walk.
Yeah, when he showed up on Golden Girls, Sophia's date, everybody was. He goes, "Who's the slut?" And everybody raised their hand. Now, Burt Reynolds was He was good, man. You know, Cannonball Runs, and friggin' all the other stuff that he was in.
Fun movies.
Longest Yard. The original, not that.
So the first one,
Sally Field and Gidget, she was good when she played Gidget. So
that was Annette Vinicello.
No,
she was a nice in the Burt Reynolds movie. Nice foot scene in Burt Reynolds movie too.
Young Sally Field played Gidget.
You probably know. Do you recall that, Joe?
What?
The foot scene in Sally Fields when she's asking Burt Reynolds about her feet. How can you forget that scene? That's
your favorite scene, right?
Forget that scene.
That's like the Fast Times at Richmond High most paused scene is when what's her name was getting out of the
Phoebe
pool.
Cates.
Phoebe Cates, not in Joe's house. It was
no. Phoebe Cates, that holds a very special place in my heart.
Yeah,
big Phoebe Cates fan. Still looks great.
All right, Smokey and the Bandit Part 2.
Yeah, see, she was
4x4 diecast.
Young girl, Gidget.
1981, produced by Rough Rider. This one's sealed on car. They said it does have some wear. $700 for this thing back in early May.
Man, it wasn't even mint either. The freaking the backboard was like all freaking like bent up, and it still sold for $700. Damn.
Yeah,
it's impressive.
Impressive.
It is. $700.
And then we had from the Smokey and the Bandit. Of course, this was 2012, as you'll see. Smokey and the Bandit die-cast set of the Bandit, Trans Am, and the rig. Of course, I'm blanking on it right now. Snowman's rig. Yeah. This is from 2012, so this isn't even like that old. A sealed set of the Hot Wheels on card, undamaged, one bid, so basically buy it now, of $156 back in just a week or so ago.
Jackie Gleason was best in this too.
Oh yes.
We were talking before you hopped on that apparently he ad-libbed most of his dialogue from that movie. They said.
Yeah.
Let's go back and watch Gator. God.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then I added this in here because I thought it was interesting. Plus, also because Dom does a lot of this. Dom does a lot of custom Boba Fett stuff. So this is a Smokey and the Bandit custom diecast from Crisco's Custom, Hot Wheel style. Of course, I'm sure they made the card and everything are custom. Pretty cool, pretty freaking cool, I gotta say. $50 on 22 bids back in early March.
You know what's crazy, man? The customs outweigh the real product sometimes, which is amazing. How these people don't have jobs with the toy companies after they do some crazy customs.
Sorry,
that's the great Jerry Reed. Yes.
Obviously, I mean, you reminded me of stuff that was in that video. Jerry Reed was not the original cast for Snowman. In fact, he was hired, according to this video, the day filming began is when they hired him. He was like last minute.
He's in a handful of movies with Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. He's I'm sure Burt Reynolds probably has some pull in that too. Jerry Reed is he's maybe he's a typecast actor, but he's funny as hell. He's like him and Fred were hilarious.
That was definitely good.
I think I had some of these cars too, growing up.
I'm pretty sure. But obviously, didn't have that Hot Wheels. But, I never heard of Rough Rider before. Obviously, I've heard Hot Wheels.
No, I hadn't either. But there's probably the ones with the slightly bigger wheels and.
Cannonball Run.
It had real working headlights too. That's nice.
Dude, Cannonball Run, American classic. Let me tell you something. What's crazy? Of all the reboots in the world, they never did Cannonball Run reboot. What the hell?
I don't think you could do it. I think
you could. Fast and the Furious, you got Dominic. You got the freaking.
It would not be the same at all.
And listen, nothing will ever be the same. You know, Jackie Chan. You had Tony Danza playing Tony again. You know.
I was going to say Cannonball Run is Adrian Barbeau.
Sammy Davis Jr. and Dean Martin were gold. Oh yeah, were gold in that.
And you can't replace that. There's nobody that can carry that type of of role nowadays.
Come on,
Dom
Dom DeLuise.
DeLuise, yeah.
Dom DeLuise.
God, I love Dom DeLuise.
Too many great people, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if this
it's good
what he, I
stuff.
don't know what his superhero entrance was, but yeah.
And Frank Sinatra. Come on.
Oh yeah, you had young Jackie Chan. I mean,
Yeah,
there's so many stars in those movies.
You had what's his name? You had Jaws from
Jaws,
James
yeah.
Bond. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
To Terry Bradshaw.
You had what wasn't it? Cheryl Teagues and freaking Farrah Fawcett, the blondes. What was it again? Cheryl Teagues, was it Cheryl Teagues and freaking Farrah Fawcett?
No, well, I don't know. I know Adrienne Barbeau was in there, and then
Adrienne
what's her
Barbeau.
name from Taxi was in one of them. Elaine from Taxi.
Elaine Nato.
Marlo, what's her face?
I think.
Good stuff.
I think Farrah Fawcett was in there. She was a sex symbol. And Cheryl Teagues.
She was. Yeah, I'm kind of like James. I may have to go back and try to watch.
I might have to go back and watch it now.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It's worth it. You get a good laugh. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah,
Good
just
stuff.
I think just don't get triggered by any of this stuff. Remember,
Ah, yes, Mary Lou Henner. I don't know why I said Mark.
Mary Lou Henner. Yeah.
All right,
I
Farrah
didn't hear as
Fawcett,
much about people's
Farrah
feelings
Fawcett.
back then.
So Farrah Fawcett was in it. Roger Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roger Moore. Yeah.
You had Jack Ellum, Adrienne Barbeau, Terry Bradshaw, Bert Convey, Peter Fonda,
Terry.
George Forth, Michael Hull, and Mel Tennis.
I love Terry.
Oh, Mel Tillis. Yeah, Mel Tillis.
That was the original 1976 Cannonball Run.
Actually, it was Mel Tillis that was the stutterer, right? Because he stuttered in real life.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Not Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, all righty.
All right.
It was a good one. That was a good one this week. I liked it.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
missed
Well,
I missed Sally. Sally.
Yeah,
yes,
he
you
came
did.
in just
Yes, you
after.
did.
My
Came in
favorite
right
song.
after. Yeah. Well,
What do
we are not doing Styx trivia this week.
You're not going to be blamed for Styx trivia this week.
Yeah, so we're gonna fight through there. Let me move him forward here so we can get to our spotlight. So we're gonna look at a little Kickstarter update, quarterly update, see kind of some of the stuff that's out there, some of the stuff that might be coming. They always say coming soon. Sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't. I had my first unfunded campaign so far this year. It's one of the first times I've funded something and it didn't reach the funding, which was Tibia or Psychedelic Mushrooms #2. It did not reach its funding, unfortunately. Which
Did you get #1?
Yeah, I got #1.
Yeah.
But I was very disappointed in that because I was really, really looking forward to that book.
So what
And,
happens? Can they extend the deadline, or is it just?
I don't know. It's the first time it's ever happened. I think you just lose your money, and that's that. I mean, you take the risk when you fund it. So
fuck you! So you lose your money.
Hey, Mama Beth.
I thought you got your money back.
I don't think you do get your money back.
Oh God!
I don't know. I never checked to see if it got refunded because I have so many going on there. I never paid attention.
Well, I didn't think they took your money.
I didn't even know it never reached its funding until I
Let me ask you a
went
question.
in.
I don't think you took your money until it reached the end.
If they don't reach the funding, just they don't have anything published. If they don't reach the funding, they don't have anything like really that they can have physical in your hand. If it doesn't reach the funding, like if they make a book, don't they have like?
Well, they don't get to the point of making a book. I mean, because you go through the funding. I mean, normally, yeah, you don't. Okay, you're right. You don't lose any money. They just they'll rerun it. So that's good. You have to put in your info up front. Then when it ends, if it's fulfilled, they charge you. Then there's the processing period of when they're normally getting the stuff printed, everything else, and then they normally fulfill. So I mean, normally there's a gap of anywhere from a few weeks to 6 months to a year, depending on who it is, until they end up, actually shipping the stuff out. There's definitely some that do better than others in terms of quickly fulfilling because it tends to be their main venue for publishing. So they kind of have the process down.
This day and age, But you would think this day and age that most of the Kickstarters actually get funded if you really think about it.
I mean, there's smaller ones out there. There's ones from the UK and stuff like that are smaller sometimes. You know, I mean, a lot do get funded, and I mean, it's
the ones that
also
don't
up to
show
the
enough
person.
TNA, they may not get.
Yeah, I know, right? That's it, man.
I mean, it's also it's up to the person starting that Kickstarter. You could put the funding level at $500, and you're probably going to get funded, or you could put the funding level at 10 grand, and there's a chance you might not get funded. I don't know how realistic people put some of those funding goals at sometimes.
Yeah, you got to get that new book, Joe, Pervy Guns, coming out soon.
Now, when I came up with these, I tried to stay away from any of the ones that had AI, because there are a few in there that is like they just bang out a fuck ton of covers.
Yeah,
of
so
AI covers.
That brings up something. So I was, I think this past weekend, I was just going through Kickstarters, just kind of see what was out there, and I noticed some will actually list the artist.
Exactly. And AI.
And some will not. Some will not. And the ones that don't kind of make me a little nervous. That are those AI? Is that why they're not listing the artist?
I don't know, and James might know this. I've noticed that when AI is used, there is normally some type of statement that is in there about AI being used and how it's being used. I don't know whether Kickstarter requires them to do that now for when AI is being used, but every one that I've seen, or a couple that I've backed that were some weird monster ones that were just kind of fun that I just wanted, were pretty explicit about the use of AI and how they used AI.
But
I agree.
AI that say AI made. There are people who actually put that down. Just I've seen it. So,
but normally in the write-up there is a statement about it. So I try to stick to the ones that stay away from AI for the most part. So starting up first, there's Camp Yellowwood, which is a nice little graphic novel.
Yes, Tyson.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised there was some Star Wars pornish type titles, but
there was. I remember it. I remember from last weekend looking. There was one. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I think it does. I think you're right. It does depend on how upfront they are and how much they reveal. But I don't know. I don't know if Kickstarter requires it at this point for it to at least be noted somewhere, even in a just cursory statement somewhere within the write-up. But I mean, most of the time when you look, you can kind of tell, especially if it's like, hey, here's 70 covers for this, and there's no real artist, or it's all the same artist associated with it, and it looks, it looks AI. But like I said, most of them tend to be relatively upfront about the use of it. Most of the time, there's just like junk in the middle, and then they'll just say the covers are generated via AI.
I actually like that shirt. Camp Yellowwood.
Yeah, this you're getting a fun Suspiria cover on this book. There's some nice fun add-ons. There's the movie poster, the T-shirt,
the VH tape.
So I mean, you could just get the graphic novel if you want, but some of the add-ons with the movie poster are nice, and the T-shirt. So fun little slasher comic, and a beautiful Suspiria cover. And the movie poster is gorgeous as well for a fictitious movie that doesn't exist. Next up, Planet Comics, book number 6, has some Tick stuff in it for all you Tick fans out there. Spoon. So there's some fun Tick covers on there. So if you're a fan of Tick stories, this compiles some new stuff as well. So you can get your fill of Tick, which is always a fun read. I wish they always try to bring Tick back. Amazon had a series, very short-lived, live action series, which actually wasn't half bad. I was kind of sad that they did away with it. Although the animated series, I still think was the best. I summoned Clothu to fund my Kickstarter, the hardcover. So this is a collection. There's a beautiful Sonia Mattis, Coco Aspen cover on that. and there is a lyrics cover that is a lenticular. So there is a sweet and a not sweet on the lenticular. So you get a fun lenticular.
I think I saw this one when I was.
Yeah.
Some of these I remember from when I was scanning through.
Dark Planet has a few graphic novels up there from Stephen Franick. There's Palomino, which I think is Palomino 4 and 5 that you can get, and Romance the Age and Space God as well. I think there's a metal or foil cover option on the Romance Age and Space God one as well. But it's just some fun stories in there. This one has not reached its funding goal yet, but I hope it does because I like weird
Mating
indies.
Rituals.
So Sir David Attenborough's Human Mating Rituals, it's a collection of zines of a bunch of different interesting, weird stories. So if you like underground type comics, this will definitely scratch your itch. And some of them are cartoon narrated by David Attenborough, not the David Attenborough, but David Attenborough. Hell of a Job. There's a cool Mike Chrome cover on that, a nice Ivan Tao cover.
I remember
Hell of a
this
Job.
one.
Yeah. And all of these that I'm showing you should be active right now. I think there's only 2 of them that I think end tonight, I believe. But all of them are active, and then we'll show a few that are coming. His name is Wrath. So if you're looking for some demonic mech end of the world type stuff, Bad Bug has a little series out. So you can catch up with 1 through 5, the complete story, and get the trades. I like that they do that on a lot of these as well. Like if you miss a lot of the individuals, sometimes you can catch up on the individual issues in the Kickstarter as add-ons. But sometimes if it's just a story that you find interesting, you just get the trade. Zetascope has its 2026 calendar out, so you can get the regular calendar, nice little Paul Green on there, or you can get the Z-rated calendar, which has some more saucy things. But there are also 3 exclusive comics that you can get as well, comic covers. So there's some like Follow there. I think that's a Chrome on the first one, and I think that's an Ali Garza on the one on the far right there. So Zetascope is always fun.
They really get some good Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, they do. I enjoy their Star Wars stuff on May the 4th. Blues and Breast Milk Book 1. This was posed, and I put this in here because they said it was a Vampirella-esque type story. So I was like, oh, and the cover is pretty cool too. There's also a spicy cover where all those spiders are removed from that cover. If you like that as well. That was kind of a cool cover as well.
Blues and Breast Milk.
Yep.
If it was Blue Breast Milk, that would be a Star Wars story.
Exactly.
If you like mechs, there's Gunbrain, which is a fun little mech series. The cover on the far right, I believe, is the Kickstarter exclusive cover. So
lame.
Some of them are. Some of them aren't. Hey, everybody's tastes are different. This is more up my taste. Madison issue 2. Is that a Mike Chrome there? No, that's a Marissa Pope cover on the first one there, and then a Greg Bow cover. So I know Jedi, you like Marissa Pope. So
I do. She's. I just bought. Well, you know this already because I told you. I just bought 2 of her OA pieces. They haven't arrived yet, but.
Yeah, so there's some good covers in this. It's done through Mad Love, so it's nice quality book.
Trying to get the cons here to invite her. She wants to come to a con here in Hawaii, but she never gets invited. So I'm trying to
get her invited.
Pull some string. I don't
When's the next con, Jedi?
Huh?
Who knows what the hell it means? We have a lot of dumb comics with dumb names. So Countless Little Deaths. If you missed issue 1, you can do a little catch up on that. But issue 2 is there. There's a nice Eom in there. Again, kind of follows up the other Eom cover in the same outfit. You get
that's Eom. Yeah, I get that one. Yeah.
There's a nice Luana Vecchio cover in there as well. And of course, all of these come spicy as well. Everybody does taste different.
That's it. Some spicy than others. You know.
Mark Miller
Wow.
and JR did this Psychic Sam. I really hate to put anything with JR in here, but they are larger names, and it is a Kickstarter. So yeah, there's you can get cover 1, cover 2.
How is your name and likeness
packages
included in the book? How does that work?
A lot of the Kickstarters will do that, where there'll be some page or
is that
whatever.
kind of like they'll just throw you in like a credits page or something?
No, that's sometimes they'll dump you in a background page, or people standing around. They'll put you in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's all kinds of goodies that can come with this one as well. But JR. Junk World is ending.
Yeah, this got some cool covers.
Yeah, the Luca Strati cover is a great cover. But yeah, there's a handful of great covers in this. This one actually ends, I believe, either late tonight, early in the morning tomorrow. It had about I think 24 hours when I was putting this together this morning. So it ends relatively soon. So if you want to hop on any of these, again, I like some of these. I think it's Bad Bug that does a handful of these that allow you to say, okay, well, I want the mild or the hot cover, but I want both. But to be able to get a set for $35 is kind of nice. So they don't.
Nice, and you're so far behind the curve on that one, you may never catch up. I don't.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't think any of us will catch up on that, except for Dom, because he's the talent. Dom doesn't have to do anything. Dom just has to be Dom.
And Bruce, yeah.
Hey, I'm surprised he even did that. All kidding aside, man, I was like shocked when Bruce told me.
Yeah,
Bruce, right away.
That's a
cold.
That's
right
a
away.
hilarious thing. But yeah, so I like when some of these Kickstarters will do this, when they will let you bundle for a reasonable discounted price, and I think that's not bad to be able to get a set for $35 for Kickstarter.
I like both covers. I even like the B cover, even though she's doing the OnlyFans tongue.
You know what? I
hate that.
I don't mind it. I've kind of grown to like it.
The old filter where your tongue comes out.
There's Darkest Depths, an extreme horror anthology. I put this one up there because there was a Robert Hack cover. So for all you Hack fans out there that like the stuff he's done on Archie and stuff like that, it's a good horror anthology and good way to get some harder to find Hack covers. Nuke Force. I just kind of like the art in this. I know nothing about this or the artist,
Like old
school.
but I kind of dug the old school covers that they had on it.
Look at that hand. That fist looks a little big. The knuckle looks a little.
It's perspective. He's just Liefelding one off. It's okay.
The paper even looks like it's more like
Stained,
not glossy at all. It's more more the old rough like paper style.
Yeah, I kind of dug that feel that they were. I like when somebody's trying to do something a little bit different there. Anathema number 1.
Ooh, little feet covers. Nice.
Yeah. Why did I have to put this one in here?
Why did you?
But that cover on the far left is a Perillo, so I threw that in there for Jedi.
Nice,
I know his love of Perillo. It is good.
I do like that.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of really good covers in there.
Feet covers.
Empirical Smut. Thank you for every cover that you do, because every cover you do is a foot cover. I appreciate it. He definitely carries the mantle of foot covers in the Kickstarter world. I appreciate it. But yeah, you get three good solid foot covers.
Nice.
I don't think this one had any problem between Joe and Tarantino. I think this one probably got funded pretty quickly.
Me and Chad
Yeah,
Cave will probably
Joe
hit this
funded
one
the
up.
entire thing himself.
Yeah, but it was nice. I mean, truthfully, I hate when I come to a Kickstarter like this where I was like, oh shit, I like too many covers. Because I hate having to spend a lot of money on a Kickstarter. But I really liked a lot of these covers. And the Perilla is a beautiful cover.
There you go.
I like to throw in a little art book here and there of just random artists. This is a UK artist, Adora Claire. She just has some cool stuff in there. So it's nice hardbound art book of some pretty cool stuff. It's always good to support artists.
That's cool.
Death Transit
I'm sure
Magpie
Tyson.
has some interesting covers in it as well to be able to choose from. And then I think we have, I guess there's probably maybe an hour or so left. So
I think this one may be done. I got a notice like several hours ago saying that there was only 4 hours left. This one may be closed.
This I know
It's fully
closing this
funded
evening.
already, but
Yeah,
Yep.
well, yeah,
It was fully funded in the heartbeat before, so
But I figured if there was any time left on there, if you hadn't hit it, if you wanted to get some cards, which are all mostly the comic book covers, so you pretty much have all the comic book covers in
there's
there.
some great art in this. But wow,
I'm not a card
buy-in-
person, so
The buy-in on this one's a little steep.
Yeah.
It's not for your average.
I don't know, Mama Bear. I don't know.
It's allowed.
I feel like we're betraying him.
I think we get a more honest talk about Spears when Bruce isn't here. Maybe I don't know. No, this is kidding aside.
I
there's good
introduced
art
him.
on
I
there.
introduced him to monsters, so I get
Yeah.
dispensation.
Just the buy-in. I was a little shocked. I mean, we had Mark on a couple of weeks ago right before this thing kicked off, and I was very excited. Sticker shock when I went in there and looked. I was like, "Good God!" This is,
I did
I mean,
not
they're
have.
probably the flip on these things will probably be tremendous. They'll probably be worth a hell of a lot of money on the flip side. But good Lord, I was like, I got too much. There's too much Vampirella out there that I could buy for that kind of money.
Oh, definitely.
Listen.
I did not have the Stain in here, but I have picked up prior issues of the Stain on Kickstarter, and it is they do pull out some interesting artists for some of their covers.
Hey, Jedi, I'm sorry to say, but you're going to be buying Vampirella books for the rest of your existence because there's new ones that are coming out every goddamn day.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Okay. And coming
okay.
soon,
like
Morini and the Beast and Snow, #1. This is San Diego Connecting covers.
I hope that's her tail coming up from between her
I
legs.
know, right?
I love Joe
Surprise,
Picar.
surprise.
So this one's going to pop up there for people that can't get some of the stuff out at SDCC. So you'll be able to pop in for a short-lived little Kickstarter when this pops up. So all you PCAR fans like myself will get a chance to pick up that fun connecting cup. Swinging Island 2, Pleasureland. I put this up because Andrew Tarasoff is the guy that does Pin Apocalypse. So
This is about a reality show.
Yeah, it is. Swedish Island. I think
you are going
you're
going to be getting good
Milf Island.
Tarasoff covers. He's one of the best pinup artists out there in terms of the style that he does. And for how well Pin Apocalypse is doing, and how many people missed the first Kickstarter he had, this will be a chance to probably pick up some cool stuff once this launches, if you are a fan of Pin Apocalypse or his pinup style in general. Also, Crush Island Killer #1. Cheeky Comics puts this out. It'll have some great covers in it. But
Damn, get in on these #1s. Every time I look up, I'm always like two or three issues behind. I'm like, but there's some #1s on here. I didn't know about.
Yeah. So this will be fun. Cheeky puts out some pretty decent, fun comics, and they normally get a lot of good artists in there that put together some fun variants. And if normally if you get one of the, There's only one of the exclusives. If you buy it, it comes with a little Peach sticker. And they give you like the old Subway punch card. And if you could fill it all out with the Peaches, if you buy a lot of Kickstarters, I do believe you can get a just exclusive comic that is only for people that fill out the little punch card. Murder Mary is coming soon as well from Bad Bug. Again, with the coming soons, they don't normally give you a ton of previews as to what's coming. You just get a little tease, whatever. But Bad Bug puts out some fun stuff and always has some fun covers. So
Murder Mary, was that supposed to be Harley Quinn?
I don't know, but I like what I see.
You like the bazookas?
That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah,
You like the proportions?
I like the guns. I like the guns.
You like the sandbags?
Yeah, they're looking good.
The pleasure bags.
There's the Art of Star Wars: A New Hope, which is a manga of A New Hope,
Nice.
which will be coming soon as well. I'm sure that one will.
But I think they had something like this before. They had a manga Star Wars original trilogy. They did.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean these will always do. I think it's being done through Dark Horse, but anything that has a major IP associated on Kickstarter always seems to do extremely well. I Need Your Skin. The middle cover was just such a badass cover. I had to put it on there.
That's what
and Chamber Chills.
Yeah, you get the
homage there. Yeah, it was kind of fun as well. But that middle cover, when I saw that, I was like, that's a fucking sharp cover. That looks pretty cool.
He looks like Krampus, a demon mixed with Krampus.
Yeah, I might pick this up when it goes just for that middle cover because it is pretty creepy. I do like it.
What about the things coming out of the woman's mouth?
And last but not least, Crimson After Hours, a graphic novel.
And we're limited.
Yeah. So you'll get some Stefan Sejic covers here as well, and he's just good. He's just a damn good artist. So when this launches, I would expect there to be some pretty decent covers out of that as well. So that's what we have.
I would expect there to be some pretty
after hours
covers.
Some after hours.
Wait, right here. Hold on.
But that's what we got for the quarterly update. I like to just do these quarterly and kind of show, hey, here's some stuff that's live out there. Here's some stuff that might be coming soon. Kickstarter isn't the easiest site to navigate and find things.
And you're gonna be proud of me.
What'd you get?
I'll show you something. I gotta cover some note. Hold on.
I just showed that.
Oh, you did? You got it?
I picked up. Yeah, I got.
It's Shikari, so you're covering the nipples you can't draw, so it's probably not that bad.
Oh, you got that one. I actually like that one better, but I bought this
very
one.
Happy with the Bang Bass cover.
Yeah, so I saw it, picked it up. Hey.
Yeah, you got the close up. Looks like.
Yeah, the close up.
There's a lot of great ones coming. That's why I like to just kind of do this quarterly. Fish through a handful of stuff out there. This by no means is comprehensive of everything that's out there. It's just things that catch my eye when I'm going through it every few months to see what's out there. So I fool around on Kickstarter. If there's an artist you like, something like that, sometimes you'll find, some of these artists will slip stuff in there. And
anybody apply for that Kickstarter? The Transformers, they had like all the books, all the UK books and all the Marvel books in the hardcovers.
I refuse to buy those because they end up being so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
It's because when they did the G.I. Joe one, it's like I'm not spending like $400 for that shit. Yeah, God. Yeah.
Actually, the only Shikari nude that I did not think was horrible, oddly enough, and it might have been because he was forced into a certain color scheme, was the Zombie Tramp. That's the only one that I didn't think was terrible.
Yeah, the Zombie Tramp actually wasn't too bad. Alrighty. I got one little new segment here. These are my Tubi recommendations. Every now and then I'm just going to throw out, hey, because Tubi's free for everybody.
Yes.
Well, yes. A lot of us are on a budget, don't have money for the Max, HBO Max, whatever the fuck they're going to call themselves this week, or Disney Plus, or all those other shit. But Tubi's free. And there's tons of crazy shit on Tubi.
Also, Pluto TV.
I figured every now and then I would just
But it's
a
got
couple recommendations.
Commercials.
I can get past. I can get past the commercial. A lot of Bush, a lot of 80s Bush,
Hey, listen,
70s Bush.
you have those old commercials. I'm falling. I can't get up. There's some good shit.
I don't mind the Tubi commercials. I've learned to live with them because the stuff I can find on Tubi I can't find anywhere else as well, which is nice. So for my recommendations this week, 2 movies. First movie, Miss 45, which is an Abel Ferrara movie. It is extremely weird and disturbing. A woman is who is pretty much mute and works as a seamstress in New York. In the bad times in New York, Dom. You're getting your late 70s, early 80s, dirty, filthy, fucked up New York City. She's assaulted on her way home from work, and disheveled and distressed, she comes home to her apartment to find somebody has broken in and gets assaulted again.
Jesus.
And then basically loses her mind, just starts killing people. It is a crazy. If you like kind of that gritty early 80s, late 70s New York feel
I like that.
of a movie, this will hit the feels.
I like the Death Wish movies of Charles Bronson from the 80s, New York.
And this has that kind of
good. I like that.
setting feel. It's a fucked up movie, but it is a crazy fun movie to watch. There's some crazy shit that goes on. Also on the crazy side of things, Joe D'Amato's Beyond the Darkness. Highly recommend it for horror fans. If you're a fan of crazy Italian slasher films, which is an amazing genre unto itself in terms of gore and just practical effect gore, mixed with a lot of nudity and odd things that happen. Beyond the Darkness is fantastic. You basically have this young kid who's pretty much orphaned, lives in this huge estate. He's probably in his 20s. He's a taxidermist. And
that's not great.
His girlfriend dies. So he decides to kind of embalm her and just keep her around. And he really likes to have sex while staring at the dead corpse of his girlfriend. It goes down, and the movie goes downhill from there. But it is a watch and a half.
That's the trailer part right there. The rest of it gets really nasty.
Sex with horses and cows and shit like that, right?
I cannot. If you are a horror fan and have not been introduced to the Italian greats in horror and gore movies, please just take a day and fuck around on Tubi. There's even a category for it on Tubi.
Listen, Zombie was Italian. That
was Fulci.
That
was a Fulci movie. Yeah, Fulci, King of Gore. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of Fulci up there. There's a lot of Dario Argento movies, some Joe D'Amato stuff. It is something else. If you want to go back to the joy that was late 70s, early 80s gory horror movies, these take it to a
you want to go good movie
new level.
I Spit on Your Grave. See that movie.
So Joe told me that I could. Joe told me I could piggyback off his. But first, we did. Wow, we don't get these very often. Cosmic.
Thank you, Cosmic.
$5. Buy the ticket, take the ride. Thanks, guys, for the Kickstarter update. Thank you so much, Cosmic. Yeah, we don't get a lot of those, so we do appreciate it. Cosmic is he's pretty awesome for doing that. Not a whole lot for me to read right now, in between the Vampirella that come out. I went back and started reading a comic that I've been warned about, and I just kept putting off. I started reading Crossed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Crossed is awesome.
Sorry, not necessarily in a bad way, but it's
disturbing as all hell.
Yeah. I'm only on issue 3, and I'm like, good Lord.
So just imagine if people went crazy instead of becoming zombies, they just went crazy. They just started killing.
Yeah, don't give anything away because I'm still reading this thing, but I'm like, holy crap! How do you make that?
They're making a movie. I think there's a movie.
They're making a movie about
I think
that?
It's optioned. Well,
yeah, I don't know how they do that.
They had a movie called The Crazies at one time. They had 2 movies called
The Oliphant.
Yeah, that's the new one. But
they made Preacher, but this stuff's even. Preacher was just like. It was gory. It was obviously had.
Yes, I have. I've seen Dead Alive, Tyson. Yep.
Like sacrilegious, that kind of thing. But this one, man, I was like, holy crap, man. This thing just ripped a little girl apart. Like,
nice.
Apart. I was like, God. All right.
You'll like it, Tyson. It's interesting. But yeah, Crossed. I don't understand how they're going to make
reading
that.
right now is Crossed.
Let me tell you. So you think about 28 weeks later, right? They weren't zombies at one time. They were just crazy people that actually got a monkey virus because of they had a monkey watch all this crazy death that was going on worldwide, and the monkey scratched somebody and they became crazy.
Didn't they make wasn't there a movie called The Crazies or something like that?
The Crazies. Timothy Olyphant. Yeah. They had 2 of those. There was an original one, and then they made the remake, which was Timothy Olyphant. Yeah.
Like I said, I don't understand how they do Crossed. I mean, I don't understand how they do Crossed and keep it honest to the original. I mean, you have to cut out so much. So much.
Hey, listen, you know what they should make a movie of? Remember the comic book Faust? Make a goddamn a movie of that.
Yeah.
That's
you call
Faust.
Faust?
I'm sure it's been done.
Oh, I've seen that. I've never read it.
I figured Tim Virgil is the.
I think it's in my box of indie books in the garage that I never read.
I actually have a poster signed by a couple of the artists for that. Hold on.
You got a game for us tonight, Jedi?
Well, but I have a game, but I also I made. So we're not doing news. Let me bring this up.
You see this? Put the screen up.
Here, let me put you up.
Couple autographs on there.
Nice.
I have this for a long time. You got right there, autograph there, another autograph there. On the bottom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I used to have all the Faust issues. There's a lot of that book. Crazy shit.
Well, I kind of threw this together late last night. Since we're not doing news, a lot of times news is boring to me anyway because I could give a shit about who's writing what, who's optioned where, and who's writing the new Superman. But I don't care about that stuff. So I know people do, so I'm not trying to throw shade. But I decided to kind of go back to maybe go back to our roots a little bit, back from when we used to talk about toys and stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
But these aren't. Well, I guess they're collectibles. But I went in. I kind of kept it to a theme, or I don't know, toy genre, if you will, or collectible genre. You guys know I like 10 lunchboxes.
Oh, I was about to talk about Phantasm.
Yeah.
I like Phantasm.
Gonna grab a
Yeah,
water.
I like lunchboxes. I like why I would be a hell of a lot better off if I collected these things than comic books. That's for damn sure. But here's some 10 lunchboxes that are coming out next month in June. They're all about the same price. So we have Phantasm 2, the 10 lunchbox. I have no idea what's inside it, if anything. If it doesn't have a thermos in there, I would be pissed.
Spheres, little balls that went to people's
Probably does. Yeah, you're right.
They got it cool. Yeah.
In my opinion, you got to have a thermos, but not a lot of them do anymore.
No.
So you got that.
Where are you gonna put your soup?
Yeah. You don't have a thermos, man. It's just not legit. And you have It is also coming out. A lot of horror.
Man, horror, friggin' the genre.
Horror is selling right now. There's a lot of the stuff is selling. So you got It coming out, or It Chapter 2 coming out in this, or I'll say this month. You know, we're already the 30th.
Sorry.
Yeah, the Monsters, not really horror, but still, monsters
Still great.
coming out. All these are I got these off of Entertainment Earth, so but these are Jaws is coming out.
That's a good Jaws one. I like that.
Hey, did you see the Jaws Funko VHS tape thing that's coming out? It's the shark head with somebody swimming across. It's coming out with that 50th anniversary for Jaws.
I did see that they're doing a 50th anniversary release of the Jaws game, where you got to take stuff out of his mouth before he shuts it.
Oh yeah, I had that.
They're doing a 50th anniversary release of that.
Wow. 50th, man. 50 years of Jaws, man. I remember going to the movies to go see that.
There is The Thing.
That's
cool.
nice. I like that.
And all these, like I said, if I collected these instead of comics, my wife would be a hell of a lot happier, because these things are not expensive at all.
No,
Halloween 2.
Many different ones too.
Did
you watch the video with Batista? He collects his lunchboxes.
Oh yeah, he has a huge lunchbox.
A huge collection of lunchboxes.
Quite a collection.
Yeah.
And we have the Universal Monsters Frankenstein is coming out also.
Oh, nice.
And Annabelle is coming out.
Found you. Hey, you heard about the Annabelle?
That feels like a hot topic purchase
stolen?
there, the Annabelle.
Yeah, it was stolen. The doll was stolen from a place. The original Annabelle.
Oh, from the museum?
Yeah. It's a Raggedy Ann
scary.
doll.
It looks like a Raggedy Ann doll, the original one.
Who the frick would steal that thing?
Some nut job.
I don't know
Somebody
how.
wants
How
to
do you
be
get
cursed.
out the door with it? How do you even get out the door with it?
After watching the Annabelle story, you got to steal that doll for real and have it in your house. Come on.
Yeah. We'll be hearing about some mysterious murder in Minnesota or some bullshit. And then we have Dune.
Oh, nice. I like that.
That's pretty cool. The sandworms.
Yep.
Back to the Future is coming out, and it said something about space zombies. I guess that's the other side of it. Was that like playing at the drive-in or something? I'm not a big Back to the Future.
No, because remember he had he put on the suit. He's like
okay. I was wondering what the connection was.
Vader from the planet Vulcan, and he told his father when he came in. He played the loud music.
Okay,
yeah.
All right,
So,
all right. That's the connection. I was trying to figure out what the connection was.
It's so sad they don't have
it.
It's so sad they don't have the thermoses though, because the thermoses were fun. The art on them was fun.
I tell you what, if I see like one at like Walmart or Target, and I open it up and there's no thermos, I'm probably not gonna buy it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what the cost is, but yeah.
Jedi got me the best one that one year for Christmas. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The holiday special, Boba Fett.
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with your holiday special.
Liked it so much I had to get me one too.
Awesome. Man.
After I got it for $1, I had to get me one.
The gift's so nice you have to buy it twice.
Exactly.
And I did create a game, but I'm gonna have to give me just a second to queue it up here.
Yeah, I got the Godzilla lunchbox. I put it in my storage unit with some Godzilla ones.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a couple of Godzillas.
Man.
They're behind me, and they're not old.
I love lunchboxes. I just don't have the room for them.
That's the thing, yeah.
The room. It's all about room with everything, man.
Because it's one thing if you just get a couple lunch boxes that you like or whatever. But once you start buying them and you're like, oh, I like buying lunch boxes. Then next thing you know, you got 50 of them and you're like,
Old school Star Wars shirt,
nice.
Cosmic.
All right, so to wrap it up this week, we got kind of a quick show this week, but we all know why. I decided we would do a little Is It Australia? And we'll see how you guys do, see how the viewers do. All right, first, this is where I will I put some newspaper headlines up, and you guys tell me it's Australia or the field, basically. Australia or the rest of the world. It's anywhere in the world. But All right. First of all, snake falls from restaurant ceiling, lands in diner's margarita. Is that Australia or somewhere else?
I think it's somewhere else. I think I saw that story. I think it's somewhere else.
Joe, what do you think?
Man, I'm gonna go somewhere else.
All right. Let's see if the chat wants to play. Mama Bear says somewhere else. And it is somewhere else. That was actually in Virginia.
Yeah.
Virginia woman was enjoying a margarita.
Oh, is James still in here? I think that's around his neck of the woods there in Henrico County.
A baby snake fell from the ceiling, bounced off her forehead, and landed in her drink. That I would be passed out.
Yeah, she probably freaked and lost her shit. She had
That's not too
It
far.
probably happened so
Not
quick
too
she
far
didn't
from
even
me.
know what it was. But yeah, I would scream. Like
She didn't know what it was, but then she found out what it was when last she seen it.
That's about an hour and a half south from me.
Yeah.
But if it was just, it's probably just a little black snake or something.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
fine.
think it was. I think it was harmless.
That's
All right, next we have red-tailed boas rescued from tree, adopted by animal control officers.
That's Australia.
That feels like
Feel
Australia.
like in Australia.
Feels like Australia.
Yeah, because they're adopting it. They probably have lots of deadly pets.
Anyone from the chat want to chime in? I'll give you a few seconds. Red-tailed boa rescued from tree, adopted by animal control. Mama Bear says somewhere else. She is correct. This happened in Texas, which I guess is the Australia of the United States.
Yeah, it's America's Australia.
A 5-foot boa constrictor rescued from a tree limb in Texas has a new permanent home with animal control officers.
How did it get there? Someone put it there.
Someone put it there. I don't know. Those things may be making their way west from Florida and Louisiana, maybe. I have no idea.
People let pets go. And
yeah. All right. Next, we have cow caught in flood alive on beach 11 miles away.
That's Australia. That's Australia. Come on, man.
That's Australia. Dom says that's Australia. 4 is the equivalent of 5. Yeah, Florida.
Florida's
probably,
having shit going on in Florida right now.
There's a lot of stuff in Florida that'll outright kill. There's stuff in Texas that outright kill you too, but we don't have as many snakes and gators as Florida does.
Got scorpions there, don't you? Got scorpions in Texas.
Yeah. I mean, Texas is so big; you got a little bit of everything anywhere.
Yeah.
But Dom, you said this is Australia. Where did you say this was? You said this is Australia.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Australia on this one.
Cosmic said it is Australia. It is Australia. A cow was found alive on an Australian beach after being carried up to 11 miles.
Now, you know what's funny?
By floodwaters.
Australia, the biggest shark-infested waters, and maybe alligators somewhere too. That cow survived.
Crocs, yeah.
That cow survived. Luck was on his side.
God was watching.
Exactly. He said, "You're not going to be someone's steak anytime soon." There you go. Where's the beef?
All right. Registration open for clothing optional 5K race. Where is that? Is that Australia? Or is that somewhere?
That's in my backyard.
I'm right. I think it's Australia.
You know where that is. Okay, Joe.
Oh, I'm gonna go for Australia on this one. I could see them doing that, being okay with the clothing optional 5K race.
Is this Australia? It is not. This is South Carolina.
South Carolina, look at that.
The South Carolina resort said it's already has a record 161 people signed up to run the annual 5K race with an unusual twist, clothing optional.
Nobody, number one, nobody wants to see this. Nobody wants to see that. I mean, if I saw that, it would just make me cringe because I would think how bad that hurts to run.
Aside from me not wanting to see
unassisted,
I would not want the chafing that would be bound to happen if I were running like that. So that would be I'd have to be Vaselined up, something like that, which would make me even more sexy.
Dancing. You glisten in the sun.
Glistening, just a glistening streak that runs right.
The reflection would be like
I would
the
make
sun.
it 5 steps before I pull a hamstring, and then I'm laying naked, flopping on the ground. All right. Wandering Bull takes parked scooter for a joyride.
I think I saw that. Somewhere. I don't know if it was Australia.
That has to be Australia.
I seen something. I read something about that.
That feels very fitting for Australia.
I don't know.
He was trying to catch the cow that was being washed away.
It could be Australia, but I think I'll do elsewhere.
Tom says elsewhere. Mama Bear says that sounds like America.
I don't know. Scooter and a bull. Bull, yes. Scooter, yes. America.
It is not Australia, and it's not America. It's actually in India.
Oh.
Well,
they are. They do just wander around down there, so that makes sense.
In India captured the moment a wandering bull took a parked scooter for a spin.
I saw this. That's why I seen it, but I didn't know where it was exactly. I saw the. That's funny.
That makes sense. They, like I said, they wander around there, and there's plenty of scooters.
They're sacred, right? Are they? Is that where they're sacred?
Yes.
Is that India?
Yes, it is.
Are they still sacred there?
Yep.
They used to be. Mm-hmm. All right. Is this the end? Jean Paul picked up a shell. He was soon fighting for his life.
Australia.
Is that Australia?
If he's fighting for his life from something that's wildlife, it has to be Australia.
He got freaking stung by something. He got bit by something, a poisonous something. Australia.
All right. Anyone in the chat? Mama Bear says definitely Australia. It is Australia. He says he initially felt no pain. He was soon paralyzed and convinced he was going to die. He was bitten by a blue-ringed octopus at Sydney's Balmoral Beach. So apparently several people were bitten, they said. And the only reason he survived... is because I think it was his wife or his ex-wife. He called his ex-wife to say he wouldn't be able because his hands were going numb or some shit. He said, "I'm not feeling well. I'm not going to be able to pick up so and so from daycare." And his wife said, "Why?" And he told her why. So she Googled it real quick and said, "I'm taking you to the hospital right away."
You know what's crazy? Every animal, there's a poisonous version of every freaking thing. A frog, a gecko, a lizard, a freaking guy, a platypus.
If you've seen a picture, and I think it might have been part of the article. If you've seen a picture of a blue-ringed octopus, they're beautiful.
They are beautiful.
I can understand why somebody might be tempted to pick them up because we're idiots like that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that there's an animal that has poison freaking venom. It's ridiculous.
They are.
Nature's so beautiful and so deadly at the same time.
I try not to screw with nature too much.
You don't want to screw nature.
Moving on. Snake pokes out from under hood of woman's car. Yeah,
That sounds like Australia.
That could be from anywhere, but
It could be
Australia has many. Australia or California. I wouldn't be surprised either way.
Texas.
Yeah, jellyfish get people all the time. Well, box jellyfish or whatever it's called. Yeah. Snake pokes out from underneath the hood of woman's car. There's a key word missing there, and that's the word deadly. If it were deadly snake, I would say it was Australia, but this happened in Missouri. Wildlife officials are reminding residents to check under the hoods of their vehicles. Fuck that. For the black rat snake. What was that, Don?
I said check your toilet bowls too. You don't want to sit down and have a snake come up and.
It's a rat snake. That's fine. You just pull that son of a bitch out. There you go. There's your octopus there.
That's pretty octopus.
Yeah, I'm not touching that. Nature tells you, don't fucking touch that.
See,
and it looks like
don't fucking touch it. Yeah.
The brighter they get, the more pissed they are. Apparently.
Listen, octopuses are not from this world.
Lit up, then.
They're not from this world. Their DNA matches no known species. They're aliens from this world. They were aliens. They were brought to this planet.
Well, there was an article out this week that I believe if humanity was extinct, the one animal species that would be most likely to be able to build a civilization was an octopus.
Octopus.
They said
They're smart octopuses. They're smart.
Yeah.
That's like was it Resident Alien that
Oh yeah, yeah.
that the octopuses are actually octopi, I guess, are actually aliens that landed here like millennial ago or some shit like that.
That show's great. I'm so happy that show's coming back. I love that show.
Yeah, stay away. Yes, definitely. If you smoke that creature, you can see the future. You can see more than the future, man.
Yeah. It has a beak.
All right,
It had beaks. It's fucking weird.
Zoo asked public to be on lookout for a escaped capybara.
Oh,
Yeah,
capybara.
capybaras, those freaking
That has to
giant
be
mammals.
Australia.
Yeah, Australia. Those mammals, giant mammals. They're like giant rats.
Yeah, they look like big, weird groundhog beaver looking.
Yeah, they're
things.
a rat. They're like a giant rat, giant rodent. That's what it looks like.
Well, you guys aren't playing. We don't play this game enough because you're missing the subtle clues. Capybara are probably they're in the wild in Australia. They're not in the zoos. This is actually in China.
Oh, in China.
Yeah. Zoo in eastern China is asking the public to locate escaped capybara that's been on the loose for more than 40 days. That thing may be eaten by now.
He's
I don't
dead.
know.
He's eaten by something.
They look like something out of Minecraft.
They're freaking giant rats, man. Giant rats.
Oh man.
I've seen videos on YouTube. They eat some crazy shit over there.
And they're friendly too. They walk right up to you. They said that they walk up to animals. Like there's one
And
that
then
walks
they
up.
attack.
They walk right up to crocodiles. They walk up to tigers. They don't give a shit.
Yeah. So they're not smart. That's what we're saying.
Swimmer circumnavigates waters for shark conservation.
That sounds like Australia.
It would make sense if it was Australia, but
chicken,
man, I'm not winning so good here. But I'm going to go with Australia. Seems like a very Aussie thing to do.
Yeah, mate.
It does.
A few shacks in the water. It's all right. It's just
It does.
shacks.
And it might have been an Australian that did it, but he didn't do it in Australia. This happened at Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, geez.
The same waters where they filmed the movie Jaws.
Huh.
So there was a reason why he spent 12 days swimming 59 miles around Martha's Vineyard.
Nice.
First.
That's a lot of swimming. That's not the warmest water.
And I think this is the last one. More than 50 new species of spiders have just been identified.
Right. If it
Australia.
goes out with Australia, I'm going to be surprised.
Australia, man. Come on. I'm going to keep saying Australia.
Spiders are horrible.
If you said Australia, you are correct. More than 50 new species of Aussie spiders have just been identified to the dismay of arachnophobes around. Yeah, I think I would be naming these things fuck no, number one.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
No, number two. Oh, hell no, number one and number two. Get that shit out of my Get that shit out of here.
Step on it and step on it.
Step
3.
on that motherfucker 1, 2, and 3.
Boobieitis, friggin' arachnofuck. No.
I get wolf spiders that make their way into my house that are about the size of a silver dollar.
And when you step on them, all the children come running away.
Oh, and then never step on ones when they're carrying that egg sack.
Oh my God! There's hundreds of those damn things running all over the place.
Yeah, that's nightmare fuel there.
Yeah.
You won't sleep for
That's it for this. That's it for the game this week. Kept it clean this week, Joe, because I was trying not to get us limited, and then you go throwing some
I don't care if we
vulgarities.
get limited. I don't care if we get limited. What the hell? We're here to have a fun time. we're not here to be Puritans. But so if you haven't subbed up yet, please sub up to Renovision, sub up to Kingdom of Nerds for Bruce, where he'll have I don't know if he'll be doing the other comic book show on Sunday since he's in Canada. I don't know if he will be back, or maybe he'll film remotely.
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Right now he's enjoying the Canada. Did he go visit Mama Bear?
I don't think he's made it up that far yet. I think he's in the Niagara Falls area.
Yeah.
Seeing Anthony Michael Hall's girlfriend up in the Niagara Falls.
There's a lot of things happening in Niagara Falls. There's a lot of celebrities at the con. I wish I could have went, just couldn't do it this time.
Well, we were joking earlier that we think Styx is negotiating a deal to go over Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
And
To go over Niagara Falls in the TARDIS.
Yo, but he's gonna make a record going over Niagara Falls, right? Break the Guinness Book of World Records watching Doctor Who episodes.
Yeah.
No one's ever done that before.
Nope.
Yeah, no one's ever done that.
The most boring trip over the falls.
Exactly.
The first thing I'm going to ask when they get back is the first thing I asked my son when he came back from Vancouver a couple of weeks ago. Did you eat any poutine?
Poutine is delicious.
No,
it is delicious.
I finally had some when I didn't have it in Canada. I had some in Washington State when I visited my brother. We went to a casino, and I saw it on the menu, and I'm like, I've never had this. I read what it was. I'd heard of it, but I read what it was, and I said, this sounds delicious. And it was.
At some point, people will understand gravy is the best thing on French fries.
Yeah. Gravy and cheese curds on French fries. I don't know who invented that, but they need to be sainted, knighted, something, whatever they do in Canada.
And it's a great beer drinking food. Fantastic beer drinking.
Yeah. So you see Burger King. Burger King just came out with a pickle ball friggin' burger made with rice buns on both sides.
So I learned my lesson with the Popeyes pickle.
Oh, the Popeyes pickle stuff.
It was disgusting.
Don't eat that stuff, man.
It is disgusting.
Check out Styx. Check out Styx over at 6.73. He's gotten to 100 subs. Let's get him to 200 at some point. He has a wonderful.
I don't know how.
He has a wonderful Doctor Who watch party every Tuesday night on his channel, where me and Jedi and Styx and Mama Bear and sometimes Bruce pop in, and we watch some classic Doctor Who episodes and comment on them. And I try to stay awake.
Joe and I we rank the women on there.
I want to see the Mudmen episode. Come on, man.
I think that's coming up in 2 weeks. I think.
Yes. We have to finish off the episode we were watching of the 7 or 8 part, whatever the hell we were. It was a lot. It was a lot. Yeah, I know. It's a hard sell, Tyson. I know. I'm not a Doctor Who person. Jedi is not a Doctor Who person, which is why we decided to go in with this on Styx, so he could get unvarnished, non-Doctor Who people commentary on Doctor Who stuff.
And we try to be nice, and we try to be honest but respectful, because we know
you try to be nice and respectful.
Yeah.
I go different directions sometimes.
Joe hides himself in the dark, and
I do.
How shitty it is.
And you can check out some wrestling shows over on Absolute Geek Podcast with Dom and Styx and Matt over on Absolute Geek on Thursdays. You guys doing a show this week, Dom?
Well, this week at Thursday, we're going to have our picks for Money in the Bank. So if you come on the chat, you can pick the picks with us. I think the boss will be on. I think Pete's going to be on. And I don't know if Dubs is going to be on, but we're going to be doing our picks of who's going to win Money in the Bank.
Nice.
Nice.
So hop over there for all your wrestling needs. Up on this channel, of course, leading into us as always is CBSI Hot 10 with Pete, followed by us at 9:30. Saturdays, you can watch SNS if it still exists after.
I think there's a show this week.
After Styx's ever so stellar performance.
Oh my God!
I don't know if they're going to turn the keys over to Styx again anytime soon.
Listen, we actually we had a malfunction yesterday on the show too, on the wrestling show last night, and we were Styx. I'm like, Styx, man, we've been sticked again. Stop it, man.
Yeah. On Sundays, you can watch Tales from the Dark Side for all your Star Wars needs.
Yep.
And on Wednesdays, you can catch the Totally Awesome Coolest Show with Dubs, Marco, and Pete to catch all of the latest comic info. And that's what we got. So thanks for hanging out with us tonight. God only knows what we'll do next week, but we'll come up with something. We always do.
Exactly.
And,
we'll come up with some kind of a foot fetish game for Joe.
Well, one of these days I'm going to slip a foot spotlight in there.
Comics.
You won't know till the last minute. So thank you all for hanging out tonight. We appreciate you hanging out. Again, have a great weekend. School's almost out if you got kids, so summer's coming. Good times. Have a good one. Have a safe one, and we'll see you next week.
The Qualified. The Qualified. The Qualified.